Welcome, everybody. It's Tuesday. You guys know it's my favorite day of the week. I get to see all you guys' smiling faces. And this one is actually particularly special because we just kicked off our 50-day health challenge for the holidays. And guys, I'm not going to speak too long on this, but it's been so cool to see the different walks of life, the different people, the people all over the country, the young, the experienced, the in between. It doesn't matter. We're all more alike than we are different when you really think about it. And it's just been really powerful to see in less than a week, over 2,000 people want to focus on health throughout the holiday season. It's funny, you ask Americans this, and they seem to think the opposite, but we want health. So this is one of the things that we do for support. We do it every single week because community is probably one of the most important things that we have as far as this group is concerned. And the ability to unmute ourselves, that's another one that we have. That's great. But we come together every Tuesday because health is like the laundry. It's never done. We're always working on a new goal, a new something, and there's always something to learn because like we'll discuss tonight, and Susan's going to hit on, health is so much more than weight and what you eat. For those that still think that dieting is the thing, dieting is what you eat every day. A diet is what your food intake consists of every day, not what you do to lose weight. So we're going to be going over a bunch of things, but I want to welcome everybody. I know there are tons of new people on here. Many of you guys are clients on our program that we'll go over in the next couple days. If you're in the challenge here, or you can connect with your health coach and find out more. Many of you guys are health coaches, and you're paying it forward to people because that's what we find most important. Some of you guys are just people that found your way in this challenge because you're like, yeah, rock on. I want to get healthy this holiday, and that's what we're for because we have a program to show people, but more it's a purpose of lifestyle and creating optimal health. So, and again, optimal health has many different facets. So just wanted to let you guys know that there is a very big eclectic group on here tonight. But what we're going over tonight is the 50-day healthy holiday challenge, where we're focused on thriving throughout this holiday season. And a lot of people have kind of been, added in here the last day. I think we've had 300 people in the last 24 hours just added in. So you're probably wondering what this is all about, besides the fact that your friends are doing it and you're excited. And you're probably seeing the post and being inspired by those. So we're going to go over a little bit about how this is going to work so you guys know what's going on. So first, it started yesterday, and we're going to take people in to the end of this week. So next Wednesday is when we'll say, hey, we love everybody, but we're going to close out this group. We are at capacity. And that's when we will officially have our group kind of closed for that time period. So this group, this Facebook group, it's for anyone and everyone. The focus is on lifting up others throughout this holiday season. The average person is going to gain 10 to 15 pounds during this holiday season. They're going to take on stress. They're going to end the next few months worse off than they started. And, they say it's the happiest time of the year or the most wonderful time of the year. Well, it's usually the most stressful time of the year. And that also consumes our health in all aspects, but also our weight and everything else. So we're going to be committed to just being healthy and being abundant and being on purpose and living a life of purpose over these next few days. I think someone posted something earlier where it was kind of like the normal Christmas to-do list, where it's like hang up the lights and do all these things, and they kind of change some of the words around to actually be like purposeful, like enjoy my family, enjoy the lights, enjoy the experiences. And that's kind of what this will all be about. Everyone who's in the group, you're already a winner just for committing to being in this group and just being mindful. So a lot of people are like, what am I doing here? What is this? Well, we're just putting together a Facebook group where you join and you're saying, yes, I want to focus on some aspect of my health through this holiday season. There's going to be daily videos or a game or a healthy recipe that we're going to do each day to kind of keep us spurred on throughout this time period. So many of you guys have seen a couple of my videos, Susan LaBelle's, Don Chow's, or Lori Dufresne's today, and just all bringing different tips and stories and inspiration of health. And that's what we're going to have something every day to kind of keep us spurred on, and also the community of everyone else who's spurring us on. I've loved watching everyone just pile in and just support each other, guys. It made me, literally, I was reading those comments last night about midnight, and I do need to focus on getting healthy sleep. But I was just blown away by the support people have for one another. And we are truly amazing when we're lifting up other people. There's going to be support calls each week. Once a week, we're going to do this call. It's a 15, 20-minute call on the topic of health, where people are sharing different takeaways and different aspects of health. And so that's going to be every Tuesday. And then also on Thursday, we'll have another support call. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be stories of people's health transformed And so it's just another inspirational piece that we'll offer throughout this challenge. The 50 days started yesterday, and again, we're going to open up till next Wednesday. Weigh in goals and plan that you plan to use during this holiday season is on video number 1 in the Facebook group. So post your stuff in there if you haven't. Again, we just suggested a picture so you can have something that you can visually compare in 50 days where you are then compared to where you are now and what you've moved forward. So different things that you want to accomplish, focus on. I think many of you guys saw mine. I want to focus on health, routine, not letting holiday sugar come in the mix. I want to focus on reading my son the Bible every day. I want to focus on consistent workouts that usually fall away during the holiday season. I want to focus on being present with family and people of the season. So those are my goals, and you may have your own. But each week we're going to have a video just like that posted on Sunday night where you can chime in on what your progress was the last week, what you're celebrating that you move forward, and focusing the next week on what you want to accomplish to build on that next week. So each week, like we did this, we'll have a Sunday video where you can post what went well and what you're working on the next week. And then we're just going to stay together and support each other through the holiday season, which will end on December 23rd. And we're just going to invite you to remain consistent, to remain mindful, and remain on purpose. We're also going to have prizes because, who doesn't like prizes? I know I do. So these are the different prizes that we're going to have in the grand prizes. Every week when we do those posts, where we load the video and people post their progress pictures, we're going to just pick one $50 winner about a drawing for who remains consistent to post and update and support each other every single week. We're also going to have we've been doing it, $100, or every 100 people we add, we're doing a $50 drawing there. Each week, we will be also doing a photo collage. It's not on this list here, but I realized I didn't add it in. Every Friday, we're going to be taking kind of a photo collage of our meal plan and kind of what we did for healthy activity that day. So if you ran, take a picture of yourself running or the gym. If you got water in, take a picture of water. If you read a book that fed your healthy mind, if you what the things you ate that day, take a picture. We'll do a photo collage. We're going to call them Photo Collage Fridays, and we're going to do a $50 drawing each Friday for every person that does that. We're also just going to make up games along the way for prizes because prizes are fun. There's also going to be 2 grand prizes, and there's going to be 3 winners for each 2 categories. One is going to be for the challengers that lose the biggest weight loss percentage during this season. So from what you entered in on that first video to what you enter in on that last video, whoever loses the highest percentage will win a cash prize. We have $150, $150 prize for the 3 top finishers in there. But also because health is not about weight loss, it's about everything. We're going to have 3 top prizes, same winnings, for the best holiday transformation. Whoever had the biggest victory, it's going to probably include your before and after picture of whatever you put in the first post and what you put in the last one, and whatever was really powerful for you throughout the holiday season. It'll be left up to the people that are putting on the challenge who had the most powerful, but we wanted to provide some other things to focus on all the areas of health. So those are all the prizes, and that's how it's going to work. As we kick off, we always have a topic on these calls each week. And this one's going to be basically about getting prepared and setting up SMART goals so you can prepare for success. And you would think goals and goal setting is actually a very simple thing, but there's actually an art to it that this program that we coach has actually helped me. Because for those that don't know, I lost 30 pounds about 6 years ago, and I've continued to optimize my health ever since. I haven't found any of that weight. And for those that don't know, my whole family combined has lost over 2,500 pounds and really created health in their life. And you can see this challenge is over 2,000 people strong. And there's just a little bit of an artwork and a little piece that helped me when my health coach helped me. So I was going to turn it over to Susan to kind of help prep you guys and give you guys some tips as we go into this holiday season that help people create the results they want. So Susan, are you there?
I am. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. As you guys can tell, I'm in my car. I'm not driving, though. So it's a safe habit of health, right? I loved reading through everyone's goals. It's so beyond inspiring how many of you guys really have it down. Like you were setting very measurable goals, very, outcome-oriented goals, and then some very process-oriented goals. So it was really exciting to see, and just really realizing that there's probably, another 2,200 people out there that if we were to just go share again, that would want to join what we're doing. And it's just going to be a really fun really fun holiday season. So with that, one of the things that, we desire to help people with, like you say, is giving little habits of health along the way. And one of them is to be really smart with the goals that we've kind of set out. So I want to talk on the difference kind of a process goal versus an outcome goal. So when we're setting like a process goal, it's kind of what you want to do versus an outcome goal is really what you're wanting to achieve. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. So we can't always control our outcome goal, but we can really have a lot of control over the process. And the way I look at process is that's the habits. That's the daily activities of what we're going to do to create the best possible outcome at the end of these 50 days. And so I just want to plug the Dr. Anderson's Habits of Health because I too, I lost 35 pounds over the holiday season, you guys, but that was 6 years ago. So my biggest victory is really keeping that weight off for the last 6 years. And that has been from not just not getting rid of habits, but really replacing good habits replacing good habits with, over my bad habits. Because you don't really just get rid of a habit. You have to actually create a new habit that better supports your goals. So I want to relate that to our health journeys, meaning that it is good to have an idea of where you want to go. It's good to know that is it a scale weight that you're excited about? Is it a body fat percentage that you're excited about, or a size of clothing? It's good to have an understanding of where you are. But when people put a time frame on it, like I want to lose 30 pounds in 3 weeks, well, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Usually what I can suggest to people is, well, let's have an idea of where you want to end up, but really let's just set your process. Let's set your day-to-day activities so that you're doing the right actions and the right steps and creating the habits in your day-to-day to help give you the best possible outcome in 3 weeks. So that, you know what, if you only lost 8 pounds in 3 weeks, but you did, the process was there and the process was sound and things were in place, you should be excited about where you're at. Because we don't want to set ourselves up for just, unrealistic outcomes. And sometimes we're not even sure, what the outcome would be. So if I was trying to learn a skill I didn't even know, like if I was trying to learn computer programming right now, I wouldn't even know what outcome to set for my goal, right? But we know that with this, if you're following a sound process, sound system, that you can lose, whether it's losing weight or establishing certain healthy habits. So for me, one of my goals that I set for myself was to stay plugged into this community during this season. And so, my son's soccer party is starting inside, and it started 2 minutes ago. But it was important that I got here early and stayed plugged into the system and plugged into all of you guys and into this community. I mean, I'm setting a goal. I'm setting myself up for success for this season. So I just want to congratulate you guys all for coming on tonight. And one of the things we're really going to just touch on throughout this whole season are those habits of what you can incorporate to create overall health for yourself. So it could be, health is more than a number on a scale. It's healthy sleep and healthy motion and healthy hydration and, reducing stress. There's a lot of aspects of health that are not just related to being at a healthy weight. And so I'm excited to explore a lot of that with you. I loved hearing how you guys want to spend more time with people, that you want to live a life on purpose. Many of you want to grow spiritually in your journeys. It's really cool that a lot of you guys get it, that health is very comprehensive and that together we're really going to be able to support each other and move forward in these next 50 days. How cool is that we're going to start our new year's already making gains in this area. So, and hopefully encourage other people to take those next steps too. So with that, Brad, that's kind of what I have for you tonight. I know we're coming up to the end of the call, but just thank you for allowing me to share.
No, thank you, Susan. We took a little bit of time to set up the call. I was going to have a few people share tonight. Normally these calls are pretty active with allowing people to share on the call, but we'll probably set that up for another time. As we finish up here today, guys, I just wanted to encourage you what Susan was talking about. And what she did really beautifully there was she encouraged people to have a plan. Because goals are so much more than losing weight. Goals are every aspect of what you want to create in your life. So if you guys want to scroll through, look through and see some of the goals that people set and how inspired they were and how easy those will be to attain. And what I want to encourage you is these are some things that will really assist you through this process. So one, Did you get your goals posted? And have you also written them down somewhere where you can see them often? Because if you don't concentrate on what you're trying to achieve, you're so much less likely to achieve it. And make sure that it's something you can tangibly accomplish, but also something that's process oriented, like Susan was talking about, which I thought was really good. As your environment set up, have you gotten rid of the goodies out of the closet? Have you made sure if you're trying to work on reading a book or development, is it right by your bedside? Do you have alarms set and reminders for the things you want to be focused on? Do you have settings on your Facebook account to see this pop up often? And have you turned off different things like, I know Angry Birds is old, but have you turned off the Angry Birds or whatever app of this? I think there's a dragon app or something like that that's sucking away your time, energy, and focus. And lastly, most importantly, if it's important to you, tell somebody. Do the people that are around you most know that you have specific goals that you're trying to accomplish for this holiday season? So that's what the different things I wanted to help with you guys on. If you don't have a plan, like a lot of people have been asking what our 5-in-1 plan is, and we have other plans besides that as far as eating routine and healthy meal preparation, please connect with the person that invited you. They'll get you information. I'm not going to tell you much about it except for that it totally changed my life, and the stories that you saw in there, that's how they achieved it. But there's way more to it than just the meal plan. But connect with them and find out a little bit more information. And I just wanted to remind you guys as we finish up here, strong people don't put people down. They lift them up. So that's what we're doing this season. So another last tip as we go into this group is if you concentrate on something negative, you're going to get a negative result. If you focus on, like, basically, if you say, I don't want to give into temptations, well, then you're focused on not giving into temptations, which means you probably will. Change that around.
Now, there are over 10 participants in the meeting.
Someone just joined in. Change that focus to something you want to create. So when you see other people doing something awesome in the challenge, encourage them, be like, yeah, that's awesome. Keep doing more of that. Or if they say something where they're having a hard time, encourage that, redirect that energy towards the correction that's a positivity format of that. So let's lift each other up over this season. And that's the thing I'm going to ask you as we finish up here today is through this week, it takes 30 days to build a habit. So what habit are you going to be setting yourself up for this holiday season? And what are you going to be setting yourself up to be mindful of? Because if you don't concentrate on it, it's not going to be natural over the next 30 days. So set yourself up for success. Grab a friend, post often. Hopefully this will be very inspirational for you. Mark down those goals and revisit them often. There is an art to setting goals and setting yourself up for success. And I'll leave you with this last one. And I thought it was funny. And again, I learned it from someone in this community. Having a plan is so key. And I was talking with someone who decided that they wanted to have a natural birth. And on their first birth of their 3 kids, they gave in because the painkillers were right there. And they said they kind of wanted to make sure they had a birth. And when their husband asked if they wanted a plan, they didn't really make a plan. So of course, they gave in and had those pills. I'm not judging however all that goes. I'm just saying it went different. It went a little bit different than according to her plan. On the next 2, they wrote out a plan, exactly how it was going to go and how they were going to handle each situation, and they talked about it. Next 2, it went exactly as planned. So make sure, I know that's a funny one for those that have experienced those or childbirth, but you know that a plan is way more well executed when you have a plan, you talk about it, and it's written down, and there's tangible parts of it. So that's what I'll encourage you for this season. Double check your plan. Are you kind of trying to work at something, or is it dialed in? Do you have support, and have you reached out, and have you set your environment around you for support? So that's what I got for you this week. Goal setting and setting yourself up for success. That's the most important thing you can do as we start these 50 days. And I just want to tell you guys, I'm so excited for you to be here. Thank you for joining in, and have a great week. And we'll see you guys on the next call next week. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thanks, Brad.
Awesome. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Brad and Susan.